Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Life on Earth is full of diversity, each with its own solitary identity. Some born, live, and die together, while others turn their frailty into their strength, while a few have special and remarkable abilities. Let's have a look at these pretty souls you won't believe existed until you see them. Ronnie and Donnie GALIYON. Ronnie and Donnie GALIYON were born in July 1951 with a combined weight of 11 pounds and 11 ounces and were joined at the abdomen. Each brother had his own set of limbs, as well as an individual stomach, intestine, and kidneys. But they shared lower abdominal parts, which made it difficult for doctors to separate them at the time of birth. And in their later life, they refused to get separated and spent their entire lives face to face. The brothers spent 60 decades of their lives as sideshow performers until their retirement in 1991. The pair died from congestive heart failure in July 2020 at 68, as the oldest conjoined twins ever recorded. Abul Bajander. Bajander, a 26-year-old Bangladeshi man, became the subject of international news when the pictures of his hands covered with tree bark-like growths went viral, a rare condition that he first noticed when he was 10. He sprouts tree-like warts that continue to grow over time and completely encompass his hands, leaving him handicapped. Bajander was dubbed the Tree Man of Bangladesh until he went through different surgeries to cure this rare tree man illness. Finally, a team of 9 doctors performed a successful 4-hour-long surgery to remove 11 pounds of bark-like warts that not only smothered his limbs, but also his social life. Sidaveri. Rwandan doctors were shocked when a lady gave birth to a child with a malformed head. This rare condition was identified as a very bizarre cephalic disorder that not only affects the nervous system, but also the development of the skull and brain. Sidaveri's father refused to accept his special kid and asked his mother to terminate him. But his mother refused and left her town as people started to bully him by describing him as an alien. The mother struggled hard for his kid because she couldn't bear the expenses of his treatment. Fortunately, she was discovered by a YouTuber who made a documentary to raise funds and seek medical help for the treatment of her child. Prabhulal. A 24-year-old man from India was born with a rare disease, melanoma, a rare condition that supports the growth of painful moles. Initially, the moles covered only half of his face, but they grew more and increased in size with his age, and covered 80% of his body, giving him a strange appearance. Despite many treatments, warts continued to grow. Unfazed by the crisis created by his physical condition, Prabhulal fought all social battles and completed his master's in commerce, and became a painter, singer, and inspiration on social media. Unfortunately, last year in October, this brave young man passed away while undergoing surgical treatment. HUIKANG. HUIKANG's mother was devastated after seeing her newborn in March 2009 with a rare birth defect that affects 1 from 600,000 births. The infant was born with transverse facial cleft, which means there were 2 huge gaps appearing from both sides of his mouth, leading toward his ears. Due to the deformation, HUIKANG seemed to have 2 faces and was called the Masked Boy. With the donations from the public, the child's family was able to afford operations for him, and he underwent 2 successful surgeries. But doctors are waiting for his facial bones to grow normally in order to plan further surgeries. GALANG ANDIKA. In May 2018, a lady in Indonesia delivered a baby with 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 faces. According to the doctors, this rarest case of conjoined twins is due to a failed separation of the twins inside the womb, and this condition affects 1 in 250,000 births. The baby boy named GALANG has 2 distinct moving faces and an extra brain from his unborn sibling. The complication has left him looking disfigured and suffering from a potentially fatal brain condition, which causes fluid to build up. GALANG's family is praying for a miracle as they can't afford the surgeries, and doctors also are not very hopeful. So they only have to take specialized care of their loving newborn. Pin and Pan. The 7-year-old sisters from Thailand were born with their own heads, torsos, and arms, but connected at the waist. This duo shares a pair of legs, with Pin having control of one and Pan controlling the other. They can walk like a crab on their hands and feet. They can even ride a tricycle. Despite being physically joined, Pin and Pan's personalities are far from identical. One likes wearing her hair short, while the other one prefers long hair. Even their food choices are different. Doctors have raised the possibility of the sisters being separated, but their bond is so strong that they don't want to be parted and want to stay happily together forever. BABLU. BABLU Pashi, a 25-year-old boy from Allahabad, is suffering from gigantism, a rare medical condition that promotes excessive growth of body tissues and causes his right arm to swell to 44 pounds, more than double its normal size. His enlarged arm not only makes it difficult for him to perform his daily task, but also causes him pain while walking. BABLU desperately wanted to fix his arms to work and live a normal life, so he left his village to find a job in a city, but faced the same disappointments. Since he doesn't have enough expenses to afford plastic surgery, he's waiting for alms from government and well-wishers. ZHIXIANG. Swollen face, hollow eyes, sagging skin, and aching joints. Meet Bizid, a 4-year-old boy who was born with an extremely rare condition that makes him look like an elderly man. Medical experts were left stumped by this disorder that caused his age to progress rapidly and left him looking like an 80-year-old pensioner. In addition to affecting his physical appearance, he suffered more serious health problems and malnourishment, and doctors are unable to give him a formal diagnosis. Despite his remarkable condition, Bizid loves playing, and surprisingly, his intelligence levels are much higher than normal. Although doctors have no possible explanation, they believe that Bizid can eventually make a full recovery, yet potentially expensive medication could hold up treatment. TESSA Evan. TESSA Evan, a 2-year-old baby from Ireland, is 1 in a million with an exceptionally rare medical condition called complete congenital arynia, meaning she was born without a nose. Shortly after her birth, doctors managed to stabilize her so she could breathe on her own. Later, this unusual condition left her with no sense of smell, no sinuses, although she can cough, sneeze, and even catch a cold. Now, after undergoing a pioneering operation, she has become the first person to have a cosmetic nasal implant fitted to help create the missing appendage. Doctors have planned to replace the implant as she gets older, so the nose can grow with her face. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Meet these two extremely unique people of our planet with unbelievably distinctive abilities and features. The person on the left side is Francisco Domingo Joaquim, a resident of Angola, famous for his extraordinarily wide mouth. According to the Guinness World Record, his mouth opens up to 7 inches, and he can even keep a whole can of cold drink in it. He has often seen astonishing people with his amazing wide mouth. The right side of this image is of the world's darkest baby from South Africa, but it has been a matter of contention for many years. People can't get over the cuteness of this baby, while some suspect whether it's even a real baby. According to some sources, this 5.5-inch adorable baby is actually a polymer clay sculpture made to demonstrate the uniqueness of people with rare dark color. KATELYN. KATELYN, a 24-year-old young lady, was born with her lower jaw almost missing, a rare condition similar to Pierre-Robin syndrome, even though the jaw is still there. However, it is very little in size. Doctors tried several means to assist the lady, but they were not very hopeful and thought she wouldn't be able to eat or speak throughout her life. The baby has gone through several operations, including the one where part of her rib was removed and used for her jaw. The great efforts of doctors and KATELYN's strong willpower displayed their fruits, and she's now able to talk, sing, and swallow without relying on an eating tube, and currently studying criminal justice at a university. Wang ZHIXIANG. Wang ZHIXIANG, a 55-year-old man, worked as a laborer in China and was enjoying a healthy life. In 2004, he got injured after cracking his neck at work and resorted to a traditional practice to cure his pain. But it caused an unusual reaction. His neck started to swell and reached more than double in size, making it difficult for him to live normally. This condition was identified as lipoma, which causes a fatty lump to grow under the skin and affects 1 in 100 people. Due to his low income, he is unable to undergo proper treatment and is waiting for donations to remove the growth of fat. See you next time!